Oh hey, how you going? Alice and Gingerland here. Welcome to or back to my channel. I couldn't be bothered to curl my hair today, so I hope everyone's okay with my natural flat hair. Now, some of you may have noticed that I didn't upload a video last week, and that was not my fault, that was YouTube's fault. I reacted to Tim Minchin's Thank You God. It was hilarious, I loved it. Spent all the time editing it, uploaded it, and then YouTube was like, oh, this is copyright, so we're gonna block this from every single country so no one can see it. I'm like, ah, cool, thanks. That wasn't all my hard work and time and effort for nothing or anything. That would be fine if other channels haven't already reacted to it. I got so mad because I could see after it I looked up some more reaction videos and there were a couple people that reacted to it using the same freaking video as me only like a month or so ago. And they could upload it, why can't I upload it? Why did it block me? Oh, why? And it was really good and so many of you guys requested it and it was just, the song just blew me away and I really loved it. I'm really like, trust me when I say that no one's more upset than me that that video didn't get to be seen. I was just, I'm so angry about it. I'm so disappointed and upset. So that was my week last week, very disappointing, and I'm really sorry that you guys don't get to see it. I'm really wanting to like put little snippets in, so if you will let me, the highlights will be right here.
Thank you, God.
Is it gonna, surely it gets funny, right?
Thank you, God, for fixing the cataracts of Sam's mum. He will fix one eye of one middle-class white bitch. But healthy, privately insured Australians with common incurable lens degeneration.
Oh my God. Oh, no pun intended. And if not, then it means I had to snip them out once I uploaded this video. So fingers crossed, it just let me show highlights. But anyway, we're moving on. I've had time to get over it. Not completely, because obviously it still kind of triggers me. I'm still really upset about it, but we're moving on. So everyone is still, my freaking hair tie. Everyone's still recommending all these Tim Minchin videos to me. Everyone seems to be loving me discover and react to Tim Minchin. So we're just gonna keep the ball rolling. I'm just gonna give the people what they want. And it saves me having to think of video ideas and you guys really enjoy it. So it's a win-win. Boom. This week we're gonna react to Storm. So I've had so many requests for Storm. I'm really excited about it. So let's bring him up. Oh my God, I hit 700 subscribers. Thanks guys. Oh my God, only 300 more and then we're at 1,000. Oh my God. Okay, what am I doing? Not going into my channel, we're going into Tim Minchin Storm. Let's hope I don't get a copyright strike for this one. I just don't get it because like, the other two songs were fine. I don't know why that Thank You God just did it. And I don't understand why other channels were allowed to use the video, but we're moving on. We're getting zen about the whole thing and it's fine and I'll get over it eventually, but. All right, I'm moving over. Just got an ad. All right, here we go, another ad. Hate back-to-back ads.
In a North London top floor flat, all white walls, white carpet, white cat, rice paper partitions, modern art and ambition. The host's a physician, bright bloke, has his own practice. His girlfriend's an actress, an old mate of ours from home. And they're always great fun, so to dinner we've come.
Oh, I'm loving the chat.
The fifth guest is an unknown. The hosts have just thrown us together for a favour, because this girl's just arrived from Australia and she's moved to North London and she's a sister of someone or has some connection. As we make introductions, I'm struck by her beauty. She's irrefutably fair with dark eyes and dark hair. But as she sits, I admit I'm a little bit wary, because I noticed the tip of the wing of a fairy tattooed on that popular area just above the derriere. And when she says, I'm Sagittarian, I confess a pigeonhole starts to form and is immediately filled with pigeon when she says her name is Storm. Conversation is initially bright and light-hearted, but it's not long before Storm gets started. You can't know anything. Knowledge is merely opinion. She opines over her Cabernet Sauvignon vis-a-vis some unhippily empirical comment made by me. Not a good start, I think. We're only on pre-dinner drinks, and across the room my wife widens her eyes, silently begs me, be nice. A matrimonial warning not worth ignoring, so I resist the urge to ask Storm whether knowledge is so loose weave of a morning when deciding whether to leave her apartment by the front door or the window on her second floor. The food is delicious, and Storm, whilst avoiding all meat, happily sits and eats as the good doctor slightly pissedly holds court on some anachronistic aspect of medical history when Storm suddenly insists, but the human body is a mystery. Science just falls in a hole when it tries to explain the nature of the soul. My hostess throws me a glance. She, like my wife, knows there's a chance I'll be off on one of my rare but fun rants, but I shan't. My lips are sealed. I just want to enjoy the meal, and although Storm is starting to get my goat, I have no intention of rocking the boat. Although it's becoming a bit of a wrestle because, like her meteorological namesake, Storm has no such concerns for our vessel. Pharmaceutical companies are the enemy. They promote drug dependency at the cost of the natural remedies that all our bodies need. They are immoral and driven by greed. Why take drugs when herbs can solve it? Why use chemicals when homeopathic solvents can resolve it? I think it's time we all return to live with natural medical alternatives. And try as I like, a small crack appears in my diplomacy dike. By definition, I begin, alternative medicine, I continue, has either not been proved to work or been proved not to work. Do you know what they call alternative medicine that's been proved to work? Medicine. So you don't believe in any natural remedies? On the contrary, Storm, actually, before we came to tea, I took a remedy derived from the bark of a willow tree. A painkiller that's virtually side effect free. It's got a weird name. Darling, what was it again? Masprin? Oh yeah, aspirin, which I paid about $1 for down at the local drugstore. The debate briefly abates as my hosts collect plates. When they return with desserts, Storm pertly asserts, Shakespeare said it first. There are more things in heaven and earth than exist in your philosophy. Science is just how we're trained to look at reality. It doesn't explain love or spirituality. How does science explain psychics, auras, the afterlife, the power of prayer? I'm becoming aware that I'm staring. I'm like a rabbit suddenly trapped in the blinding headlights of vacuous crap. Maybe it's the Hamlet she just misquaffed, or the 6th glass of wine I just quaffed, but my diplomacy dike groans and the asshole held back by its stones can be held back no more. Look, Storm, sorry, I don't mean to bore you, but there's no such thing as an aura. Reading auras is like reading minds, or tea leaves, or star signs, or meridian lines. These people aren't applying a skill. They're either lying or mentally ill. Same goes for people who claim to hear God's demands and spiritual healers who think they've got magic hands. By the way, why do we think it's okay for people to pretend they can talk to the dead? Isn't that totally fucked in the head, lying to some crying woman whose child has died and telling you you're in touch with the other side? I think that is fundamentally sick. Do we need to clarify here that there's no such thing as a psychic? What are we, fucking two? Do we actually think that Horton heard a who? Do we still believe that Santa brings us gifts, that Michael Jackson didn't have facelifts? Are we still so stunned by circus tricks that we think the dead would want to talk to pricks like John Edward? Storm, to her credit, despite my derision, keeps firing off cliches with startling precision, like a sniper using bollocks for ammunition. You're so sure of your position, but you're just closed-minded. I think you'll find that your faith in science and tests is just as blind as the faith of any fundamentalist. Wow, that's a good point. Let me think for a bit. Oh wait, my mistake, that's absolute bullshit.
You'd hate to get into
Science adjusts its views based on what's observed. Faith is the denial of observations so that belief can be preserved. If you show me that, say, homeopathy works, then I will change my mind. I will spin on a fucking dime. I'll be as embarrassed as hell, but I will run through the streets yelling, it's a miracle! Take physics and bin it. Water has memory, and whilst its memory of a long-lost drop of onion juice seems infinite, it somehow forgets all the poo it's had in it. You show me that it works and how it works, and when I've recovered from the shock, I will take a compass and carve fancy that on the side of my cock. Everyone's just staring now, but I'm pretty pissed and I've dug this far down, so I figure, in for a penny, in for a pound. Life is full of mysteries, yeah, but there are answers out there, and they won't be found by people sitting around looking serious and saying, isn't life mysterious? Let's sit here and hope. Let's call up the fucking Pope. Let's go watch Oprah interview Deepak Chopra. If you want to watch telly, you should watch Scooby-Doo. That show was so cool because every time there was a church with a ghoul or a ghost in a school, they looked beneath the mask and what was inside? Oh, a fucking janitor or the dude who ran the water slide. Because throughout history, every mystery ever solved has turned out to be not magic. Does the idea that there might be knowledge frighten you? Does the idea that one afternoon on Wikipedia might enlighten you frighten you? Does the notion that there might not be a supernatural so blow your hippie noodle that you'd rather just stand in the fog of your inability to Google? Isn't this enough? Just this world? Just this?
That's
Beautiful, complex, wonderfully unfathomable natural world? How does it so fail to hold our attention that we have to diminish it with the invention of cheap man-made myths and monsters? If you're so into your Shakespeare, lend me your ear. To gild refined gold, to paint the lily, to throw perfume on the violet, is just fucking silly. Or something like that. Or what about Satchmo? I'll see trees of green, red roses too. And fine, if you wish to glorify Krishna and Vishnu in a post-colonial, condescending, bottled up and labelled kind of way, then whatever, that's okay. But here's what gives me a hard on. I am a tiny, insignificant, ignorant bit of carbon. I have one life, and it is short and unimportant. But thanks to recent scientific advances, I get to live twice as long as my great uncles and aunts.
That's true.
Twice as long to live this life of mine. Twice as long to love this wife of mine.
Aww.
Twice as many years of friends and wine, of sharing curries and getting shitty at good-looking hippies with fairies on their spines and butterflies on their titties. And if perchance I have offended, think but this and all is mended. We'd as well be 10 minutes back in time for all the chance you'll change your mind.
What? He's just... You would not want to get in a debate with Tim Minchin. It's just so freaking intelligent. I wish I knew that many words, you know? I just have such a basic vocabulary. That was great. I had no idea what that was going to be about because I was like, storm. Like, I wonder what the hell that's going to be about. Maybe the weather? Oh, it's about a hippie. Fantastic. I'm just still so gutted about Thank You God. I was so excited to post it and I was like ready. Been so good at being consistent with weekly uploads. And YouTube just he's so good. I'm so upset that like I'm only hearing about him 10 years later. But then again, everything happens when it's supposed to happen. And I guess I just had to wait until I get a YouTube channel before I discover him so I can pump out some content. He's just amazing. What a brilliant, brilliant comedian. I'm just such a huge fan. And I really wish that I would have been able to see him live when he was still performing. Because like, imagine. Just want to say thank you guys so much for commenting all these requests. It just really helps because I just really do struggle to try and think of video ideas, and you guys are seriously helping me discover the most hilarious comedian ever, and it just happens to be ginger, like, and Australian. It's just, I mean, how did I not know? And just in general, thanks guys for commenting. It's just really freaking awesome to have engagement and just see the numbers go up every week. It's just really exciting. Okay, well, time for this week's comment shout out. So I did do it in my Thank You God video, but since no one's gonna see that, I'll do it again for this one. So this week's comment shout out goes to G Demolished. They said, only Tim could write about the need for respecting women for who they are as people, and then immediately follow it up with a chorus about boobs. It's so true. Only he could get away with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've had so many requests for Storm, and I can see why that was a very funky poem. I just find it so incredible for someone to be that funny and that smart, to be able to like write all those lyrics and like all these freaking fancy words. Probably not that fancy, but to me they're fancy. And then be able to memorize it all, and then also to be able to play music as well for like the other ones, not this one, but like, what a freaking talent. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment for your chance to get next week's comment shout out. And thank you guys so much for hitting 700. Oh, if you want to help me get to 1,000 by the end of the year, please feel free to hit that big red subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.